Let's wrestle. One, two, three. You, I win. Hey, wrestling buddies.
What's up?
Yo.
Welcome back. We are live again, except this time we don't have planned course of action. So let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
It might be a complete mess.
Yes. We
There
called
will
this
be
special.
tangents. Oh, yes. There will be tangents. That to be a
Yes.
shirt.
It's the tangent episode. Tag team tangent match. Yeah, we got some breaking news, boys, that came across the way.
Not
Thought it was
really breaking news. A breaking
breaking.
picture that we have no insight to what it actually is.
Yeah.
We might possibly have an update on who took the picture, though.
Oh, really?
And
All
Jeffy,
right.
I think you'll be excited by this one.
No way.
So, well, let's not beat around the bush. So, Wrestle Talk, YouTube channel, basically do what we do except more news based. Broke a story with Fightful Select that one Tony Khan was in an Arlington airport on Monday having a meeting with Shane McMahon.
Yep.
You don't say.
Yep. Now, this has been ongoing. Jim Ross on the Grillin' with JR podcast just flippantly mentioned that Shane had been wanting to talk to Tony. They had mutual friends, but they've never actually met each other. This follows up with numerous Tony Khan quotes saying, I'd love to have Shane come on. I'd love to work with him. Of course you would, Tony. Of course. And all this has led to Monday, where Jeffy's favorite AEW roster member, Mercedes Moné, snapped a picture.
No,
Tony
I thought you were going to
Khan.
say RJ. Fuck off.
The CEO had a candid snapshot of Shane and Tony talking business,
Yeah.
and it is said to be very promising for the future. So, as we all know, not to get into too much TMZ territory, Shane McMahon, the only McMahon not mentioned in that lawsuit that caused the downfall of McMahon-led WWE.
Yeah.
So he's kind of free and clear to go and do what he pleases.
True.
So, what are our thoughts on that to get started?
I'm sticking with it's a picture. If it's true, if at all possible, I'm for it. I think AEW personally, just me alone, has been probably at its lowest point for me as far as me being interested in the product. So, you know what? Do it. Anything you can bring to the table, I am interested.
Yeah.
I
think,
definitely agree. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think if he's going to play a creative role, if he's going to play whatever, I think he'd bring a lot to the table, depending on if he's going to be an on-air guy or if maybe he's going to take over one, like, ROH while Tony focuses on AEW. Who knows,
Right.
Yeah, and Wrestle Talk did have a follow-up, just kind of like a half-hour reaction stream that they did, where they did throw out two possible scenarios, one being give Shane ROH and just say, okay, this is yours. Take it off my plate and let's see what you do working for me, running Ring of Honor. And then another scenario that they had posited, which I kind of like, is that Shane is backing the Elite. And that's how they're getting their money and their power. Because
I
eventually,
like that. Yeah.
if you go against Tony Khan enough, theoretically, realistically, he would cut you off financially.
Yeah.
In terms of power and influence. But if you got a McMahon coming in and
Oh,
saying,
man. I like that line.
kind of the DiBiase role in the NWO.
Higher
Right.
power. It's real.
It's
No.
real.
Robert Downey Jr. is fucking Avatar this week.
the name contract, Tony, does say McMahon.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, it's the best news coming out of AEW in a while. If it, I mean, it's not even news. It's a
If
picture.
it believes anything.
People saying shit because of a picture. If it leads to anything, I think it's pretty damn cool.
Pretty damn cool, man.
Pretty damn cool, man. I wanted to start a new segment on the show because I have a lot of thoughts on this.
Okay.
Do you guys listen to our friend and yours, former WWE superstar, current star of our hearts, Swoggle, has a podcast with Captain Joe Shoes
Oh, boy. Yeah.
called State of Affairs,
Yes.
where they argue back and forth 5 of their top favorite things. There's a different argument stance every week, and I have very strong feelings about one or the other every single episode. So I was wondering if you guys listen to it as well.
Oh, of course.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Did you listen to the latest episode?
Yeah.
I did, yeah.
It has nothing to do with wrestling, but yeah.
Who cares? It
We
does,
got-
because we have 2 wrestlers running the show. State of Affairs podcast, and I need to discuss it.
And hey,
We had Disney
we can
villains.
connect all that. We can connect all of it. Shoes was the first guy I beat up in the MWF, and Dylan Postel thinks I'm a great human being. So it's documented. I'm a Dylan Postel guy.
There you go.
John called me an idiot last week in the comments.
Yeah,
I don't know if you saw.
It balances.
he's usually pissed at me too.
Because of
But sometimes I agree with him.
because I was telling him about I like the Tombstone better than the power. It's like a last fight is like a modified power bomb, and he's like, he goes, Tombstone's a modified pile driver, you idiot. And I do pile driver is greater than a power bomb. This is more devastating because of the neck and yeah. Anyway, but
Well, this week it was Disney villains. So we had
something that should have been
Joe.
discussed in the group chat. What's up?
Huh?
Well, go ahead.
We had Joe come number 5, Cruella de Vil. Number 4, Mankind / Humankind.
Yeah.
From
Bambi.
Bambi.
The Hunter.
Number 3, the Shadow Man, is it? From
Dr. Facilier from Princess and Frog.
Princess and the Frog.
Yeah.
Which I literally just watched tonight and I still couldn't remember it. His number 2 was Maleficent, and his number 1, Scar.
Scar, yeah.
And we had Swoggle come in. Number 5, Jafar. Number 4, help me out.
Gaston.
Gaston.
number 4. Number 3 was.
I think his number 3 was Cruella. I think.
Number 3 was Cruella. Number 2 was Little Mermaid, Ursula, and number 1
number
was
1
also
was
Scar.
Yeah.
So this one I went back and forth on, actually. Some weeks I'm 100% in someone's court, some weeks I'm not.
Right.
This list right away, if I'm just staring straight at the list, I'm Team Swoggle this week. But caveat. Shoes convinced me. Shoes did convince me that Gaston is not the bad guy of Beauty and the Beast. I do have to say that. I was like, he's got some valid arguments here. I'm going to have to go back and watch that. And he's not. He's just a pompous asshole. But he's not. Yeah. I guess he's kind of, you're right. It would be Prince Charming saving her from the Beast. But then it was Swoggle that killed himself for me. Because he said it's not about your actual list. It's about your arguments. And Swoggle started when they both gave their number 5s, talking about how Jafar would beat Cruella. His argument was Jafar was better than Cruella at number 5, only to then turn around and give us Cruella at number 3. So now he's arguing that his number 5 was better than his number 3 pick, which throws out all of his stuff to me.
I didn't think it was like that.
Yeah. I completely agree. Here's the thing, though, about the Gaston argument. I'm sorry, Shoes. Gaston's a villain.
Yeah.
And he's saving the girl from the evil beast. There's one moment in that movie that makes him the villain. Maurice, Belle's father, comes back into town after the beast lets him go in exchange for Belle. Tells Gaston what happened. Mentions that the beast promised that Belle would not be harmed. And Gaston immediately has Maurice deemed insane and locked up. That alone makes him a villain. I'm going to save you, Belle, after I commit your father for insanity. Other than that, I agree with mostly. I'm not going to lie, guys. I have not seen Bambi.
Yeah, I've seen it like once.
Yeah, it's one of those you're like, oh, the mom died. Okay. Like, I get it. But no one tells you anything about the plot other than that. So, Maleficent is just a classic villain. Might be the Devil Went Down to Georgia or the Rock and Roll All Night of Disney villains. Just kind of overplayed. But Scar, awesome. Tell me, number 1 villain, perfect.
That was a good one, yeah.
I do have a counter. Because, okay, let's break it down, guys. Scar wanted power. He was willing to kill his brother and his nephew in order to get that power. But that was a guy, they say the best heel is the one that thinks what they're doing is right, no matter how flawed their logic is. And he thought he could be a better king and a better ruler if he had the power himself.
Right.
Are you guys familiar with the Hunchback of Notre Dame?
Yes, I am. I was thinking he would be in my list too.
Yeah, I think he's the number 1.
Wow.
Judge Claude Frollo.
Yeah, I don't think I put him at number 1, but I put him high up.
I mean, guys, he tries to kill a baby in the beginning.
This is true.
And the only reason he doesn't is because he gets caught. I think he's like, okay, I'll take care of the guy. I'll take care of him. And then the entire like third act is because he fell in lust with Esmeralda.
Yeah.
And prayed.
That song.
Yeah, which is tier villain. Top S tier villain song, Hellfire.
Yeah.
And says, let her be mine and mine alone or destroy her.
Trying to think, who was the voice of Frollo?
It was a big voice.
Damn it, that's why I can't remember. I can't look at it right now. I'm using my phone, but my tablet's far away.
Judge Claude Frollo, the voice is... We're live, pal. The great Tony J.
Okay.
Who is also known for... Again, this is why you come to the Wrestling Buddies podcast, guys. Tony J sadly passed away in 2006. He was the voice of Shere Khan in Tailspin. He
oh yeah, okay.
There's numerous other things, a couple of gargoyles. I believe he's the bad guy in the Mighty Ducks animated series.
Oh, okay.
And he also did a couple for Batman and Superman. Just classic voice actor. He did the voice for Frollo. He was also in The Tick.
So he did a lot of voice work. Got it.
Well, okay, then I'll move on.
Oh, no, I mean, I'm sorry. I mean,
no, you're fine. You're fine. I'm getting interrupted by a cat. It's fine. My point being, this man, just because one girl turns away his advances, burns all of Paris to find her,
and
then burns her at the stake, and then stabs his adoptive son in the back. All this because he was horny, guys.
Jesus.
Judge Claude Frollo beats Scar. I mean, of course, then you got my personal favorite, your honorable mentions. Chernenbog from Fantasia.
Yeah.
Let's see, Shere Khan from Jungle Book. My cat just loves being right here. Pod appearance. You've seen her on the Power Chamber, probably. This is Luna. And she's biting me. No, get down. Okay. I've been attacked. It's been a run-in. While we got this dead air, have you played 2K24, Jeff?
Not yet, actually, but I did acquire my brother's Xbox today, so hopefully his old one, which he has loaded on that, so hopefully through his shared thing, I'm gonna play it tonight for a little bit. So
yeah, the Pat McAfee pack dropped today. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay. For our listeners that aren't aware, Pat apparently would only appear in the video game if the entire rest of his show got in as DLC. I don't listen to Pat's show.
Neither do I.
But I've got AJ Hawk, Ty Schmidt, and two other guys just there on my system now. They're, every Fed needs jobbers. So my universe mode is going to have the Pat show as jobbers. I agree, sir. Worst DLC ever. Two of them are a tag team called the Toxic Table. But also, there's a silver lining because we do have move packs that have come in with it.
Yeah.
in addition to these awful wrestlers and Pat McAfee, we get Will Ospreay's Hidden Blade as a move. 6 versions of what they're calling the haystack drop, which is the coffin drop. And Bonesaw Rob Buck's new finisher, given to AJ Hawk, the Hawker Dropper, which actual wrestling fans would know as Brody King's Gonzo Bomb.
Oh, wow.
Which is a Dominator power bomb turned into a pile driver. If you've never seen it, go out of your way to look at it.
Yeah.
So that's Bonesaw's new finisher right now, and I'm just beating the crap out of Pat McAfee's show. And then we got some news that he might be joining the commentary team for 2K25, which it's about time because Byron Saxton hasn't been commentary.
Right? Yeah, it's been relevant for years.
Yeah. Another reason why we called this live show, we covered up with our friends Alejandro and David Truitt the action figures that we saw as of that day at Comic-Con. Only for Jazzwares and for Mattel to be like, oh, no, we have more. So,
yeah,
I actually don't have these set up on my end to pop them up on screen. But while I can get them there and we can vamp a little bit, I will say a couple of corrections as far as I am concerned. The Ultimate Bray Wyatt that depicts his last match, the Mountain Dew Blacklight match, that does not apparently glow in the dark, but it does come with alternate arms and head that's not purple. So there's that. Build a figure for Monday Night War Series 5. We had covered the NWO Dusty Rhodes, but the other Build-A-Figure for the other wave that they showed off was the Commissioner Sean.
Yep.
Which, in my opinion, if you take off the cowboy hat, it's the I've lost my smile Sean. So it's a twofer. Works for me.
Perhaps, yeah.
Thought
he was in a brown suit for that, but nevertheless.
Yeah. Also, a personal note, I had mentioned that I wished we got more Nashes, more Kevin Nashes in like the black and red trim instead of the red and black.
Yeah.
Turns out his last Elite was the exact figure I was looking for. So, but I've got a new issue. I really wish these things gave us a blonde Kevin Nash. I have yet to see other than the NWO Ruthless Aggression ponytail Kevin Nash. I want a WCW blonde-haired Kevin Nash.
Right.
That was most of his run on Nitro.
That is true.
And so far, all I've gotten is like brunette Kevin Nash. So there is that for you. Okay, so there was a couple I wanted to point out with a picture so we can look at it. And we have joining with us, if he's ready for it. Say his name and he appears.
Hey.
I believe in Alejandro. How's it going?
Alejandro. It's me. It's A-L-E. Here on the WB, not that WB, the good WE.
Yeah.
the Wrestling Buddies. Here on the Hey Buddy Network. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I want to put it in for Josh. We need to get the Michigan J Frog, the WWB.
How's it going,
So-
guys? Happy Wednesday.
Yep.
It is Wednesday. You know what that means.
You know
We're
what
talking
that
about
means?
figures that we missed.
Oh, are we talking about the figures that we missed?
So far, I've corrected myself in that the Ultimate Bray does not glow in the dark, but it does come with the alternate arms and the alternate head. That was confirmed off of the major pod, and that one of the Build-A-Figs is the Commissioner Shawn Michaels for the Monday Night War series, although I argue take off the cowboy hat and it's I've lost my smile, Shawn Michaels. And
that is a really good way to look at it, kind of like a 2-in-1. But I was wondering, didn't we already get a Commissioner Shawn Michaels Build-A-Figure?
In
I
the
believe
bound,
we did,
I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
This one just has a different coat,
Yeah, it's in black or something.
a different paint of coat, if you will.
Different painted coat.
Different paint of coat. Well, first off, let's go back to the Bray thing really quick. Let me ask you a question. Would you rather have a glow-in-the-dark figure or a figure that glows under black light?
See, here's the thing though. Where am I going to get a black light? Like, I know it probably just it's an Amazon ship, but does the casual wrestling fan get a black light to make this figure look better?
Fair enough. I was so stupid. I was like, well, where's someone going to get a glow-in-the-dark? I think
I mean, by all means, if it works under black light, awesome. But
yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I was really hoping it was a glow in the dark because I think that's a missed opportunity today in a lot of action figures. And I mean, what is it? A paint application? Like think about the Ghostbusters Undertaker, how he came with the green belt. How was that not glow in the dark?
True.
You know, these are little missed things. I don't know how much it costs. Maybe we can get D Freedom in here to talk about cost. But with this Commissioner Shawn Michaels, I do agree it could be a 2-in-1, where it's I lost my smile and I lost a bunch of other things and I have to go find it, so I'll be back. Type
That
of Shawn
still
Michaels
cracks me up.
I just got beat up in New England by a Marine, so I have to leave.
Okay. See, I remember that being the actual reason, but for a second, I was like, Alejandro, what are you talking about?
It's like,
just
are you
got
okay,
beat up by a
bud?
Marine? You're blink twice, man.
Yeah, Bulldog was stuck in the car. He couldn't get out.
Is he the reason? Did he make you wear that Ico Pro shirt? Is that?
Yeah. By the way, I want to thank our sponsors at IcoPro today. Love the product. What else did we have on the list?
Oh, we had a bunch because Jazzwares decided to wait till after our live reaction to the first bit.
Yeah.
And I believe some point did he actually like. Okay, so he's our super producer in training. Josh has some stuff queued up. If we want to add that, there we go.
There we
So
go.
we
Thank
got
you.
some major bendies. We got obviously Cardona in a Zack Ryder inspired gear. Got a QR code and everything.
Yes, it is, and this is going to be his merch table exclusive.
Makes
His
sense.
newest one, because they sell out like crazy.
That's what he wore when he fought Nemeth at
Right.
GCW.
Now, can we confirm that the QR code just takes it to his Pro Wrestling Tees store?
I don't know. Scan it.
That a major
You tell
bendy.
me.
Zoom it in, and
You
it's a
tell,
live
zoom
discovery.
live zoom in on a crotch.
Yep, that's right. Oh shit! Does it not work?
It went to. Hold on.
Oh, thank.
It's going. Yeah. What? Yeah. I went to his website.
Of course it did.
Makes sense.
Perfect.
Perfect.
We're just gonna leave that up there so everyone can
Hey, it should
enjoy.
shoot works. Dude.
That's what the MC stands for, major crotch.
There you go.
Moving on, the most controversial one
I know.
Very controversial.
for some reason.
The VSK of major bendies, Buddy Christ.
Buddy Christ coming at you.
Now,
I guess people are offended who haven't seen this for the last 20 years, but
All of a sudden, right?
yeah, all of a sudden out of nowhere, actually 25, it wasn't Dogma like 99 or earlier, 25 years of Buddy Christ, and now we don't want to support this line because of this.
I will say this though, the symbol of Christianity, for the most part, does in fact, as the Cardinal said in that movie, give me the willies, just a little bit. So I'm sorry. How dare we want to see our Lord and Savior smiling and being happy to be here? I'm sorry. I'm sorry I want him to have a good time. That's shame on me.
Yeah, makes no sense. Without getting religious, political, anything else on here, I am just a huge Kevin Smith fan, so I will be buying too. So I'll make up for the guy that doesn't want to support it by buying an extra.
Amen.
I love that Harley race, and I
That is
also
good.
love that Colt Cabana.
That Colt Cabana.
I'm just kidding. No, that brawler looks great. As does the Jeff Hardy. That Jeff Hardy's so colorful. I want to eat the arm because it looks like one of those big lollipops you would get, like the big circular ones.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Oh
it looks
yeah,
yummy.
we've seen the Jeff, but it does look fantastic with all the color. It just pops,
It's like
and
an
he's
NW
wearing mostly black,
Yeah.
and it still just pops because of his arms, and his
armbands,
face paint, and yeah. Great Harley race. It's going to come with the NWA title that they've announced since posting this picture. And yeah, fantastic looking Brooklyn Brawler as well. This is easily becoming one of my favorite lines of toys is the big rubber guys, but I'm an old guy and I did grow up with LJNs since the age of 1. So yeah, completely loving these. Move on. I think we got 2. We got a Andre in black, Andre in blue. One of these, I believe, is Wrestling Collector Shop, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe the Wrestling Collector Shop is the black, and that the blue will be the main release.
Okay. Huh. When I picture Andre, I picture the black, so I just thought that would be the main release. No kidding. This is going to be bigger, I guess, than your other big rubber guys. And it's Andre. He's in his singlet.
It is definitely Andre.
I mean,
this flare.
Okay.
Without blood.
Very Pixar.
Very Pixar.
It's a very Pixar face.
That face is very Pixar now that you say it.
It's either Pixar or DreamWorks, your choice, but it's very, very animated, like, but it looks great.
He's doing the woo.
Yeah.
How else you do the woo?
It's a Pixar woo.
Yeah, it looks great. I prefer the suited one. I think the suited one's one of the best figures they've done, and I'm kicking myself for selling it when I bought it because it was going for good price on eBay, and I was like, well, Sold. And that's what I wish they would have repainted. But this does look good. Don't get me wrong. I just like that suited figure so much.
Yes.
And for audio listeners, it's Ric Flair Big Rubber Guy again. We're going to stay in the Big Rubber Guys line, and we're going to move to New Blood. Danhausen coming to Big Rubber Guys.
I love this gear.
Oh, the Bretthausen pants?
This Bretthausen red and black gear. I love it.
He said he's going to wear it from now on. Let's see.
Yeah. Yep. Big fan of this gear. And I buy everything. Well, no, I don't. But I buy a lot of Danhausen. So add this to the list.
Yeah.
His hair looks real nice and thick. Good hair.
Yeah, that's what sold me on it. The thick hair.
Oh,
Rick,
this one.
But in blue.
Yes.
And with so this Ric Flair
this a blue woo.
A blue.
With the
Did you guys watch their panel when they asked TTD about this?
Yeah.
Like,
let's change the color.
Let's change the color.
Let's change the color.
Let's change the color.
Oh my god. With the big gold.
That's cool.
How'd they get away with it?
Yeah.
I mean, if it's
a good question.
If it's the belt he bought, like the one that he brought with him to WWF, I mean, it's possible he still owns the likeness to it, and that's the reason why WWE. Like I had the Hollywood Hogan Superstars figure, and it came with the spray painted WCW title. But if you look really closely, it still has that WWE logo that they put on the top. So I'm wondering if that's the design they own with the WWE logo up top, and then they
bought WCW Flair's as well.
Yeah, but Flair also isn't the story he famously bought the majority of that big gold belt to be made.
Huh.
And that's why he could bring it with him to the WWF as the real world's champion.
Oh, when he came in 92?
Or it's just that shape and
91
doesn't say anything relatively WCW-esque on it.
That's true.
And for all that we know, it probably doesn't even say World Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. It probably says like just jargon.
That's cool.
It just says scratch that figure itch champion.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
This is what Major Moments they're calling this, and this is the only figure that they have, or what it sounded like even have planned for this. The guy who sculpts Brian Beatty brought this to the guys, and I don't know what it is, a statue, but I think it looks awesome.
This is very reminiscent of like the Jax statues. Remember, like there was that huge Andre one, and there was like a Kane one, there was a Mankind one, random Lou Albano one. This kind of reminds me of this.
Okay.
Yeah, this kind of reminds me of that, but this has a really celebrity deathmatch face.
Absolutely! It's very like cartoonish. Yeah, that's what I like about it.
Exactly, that's what I like too. It's going outside of the box. Hey, we need to get likeness.
Reminds me of the WWE All-Stars video game character.
Oh yeah,
kind of remember.
Yeah, true, yeah.
A little larger than life size, and I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, cool! We got Nick Thompson's dad.
Yeah, they announced a bunch of other people coming to the line. Sorry, it's cutting off here.
It's all good.
But yeah, Coco Beware, Rock and Roll Express, Haku,
Bad News Allen,
and Tonga Kid.
Yes,
was one of them too. Yeah.
Yep. All expected in 2025 for Big Rubber Guys. Did it say specifically Big Rubber Guys, or I think it did?
I believe it is Big Rubber Guys. Yep.
I thought it was either or, but we'll see.
And for you guys keeping track of the Samoan lineage, Haku is the father of Tamatonga and Tongaloa and Hikaleo, and Tonga Kid is the father of Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
Scratch that off your bingo card, guys.
Well, there you go. And we get another version of Matt Cardona and Brian Myers and the Big Rubber Guys form. New poses, new faces, new
Comes to the crown and internet
removable
title.
crown, internet championship. And Brian said on the last episode that they just got confirmation for his to come with something. So guessing possibly TNA Tag Team Championship belt, maybe.
Yeah. If he had to get confirmation, I would guess it would be the TNA tag title.
But if that's the case, then I, need an Eddie Edwards to go with it to also come with a tag team championship.
I'm surprised he didn't come with a face mask.
Yeah, that would have been cool. A removable face mask since Matt coming with all this stuff.
Yeah.
These look great.
They look tremendous.
I'm picking them up 100%. Major All-Stars, a new line announced by the Major Bendy's team. Danhausen, Matt Cardona, Brian Myers, and Macho Man will be Wave 1, 4 figures. Yeah. These are a lot smaller. Everyone keeps saying Funko, but I don't think they resemble Funko. Funko is much more stretched out, doesn't move.
No, these are very super.
These have articulated.
Yeah. These remind me of the grudge match figures back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Big head.
Or like the. Oh wait, actually, what you were saying, I think what were they? The superstars.
Yeah, superstars.
The big heads, little body. Yeah, grudge match were like little. Yeah, never mind. That was different. Yeah. But yes, I know what you're talking about. They had their own little stand.
Yeah, Major Micros is a big miss with these names. That would have been cool.
Yeah, this is from what they said. It's like if you took a Funko, Micro Brawler, and a Superstars, and kind of fused it all together. This is what it would be.
It's Major Stars, or not Major Micros,
right? Major Stars.
Cool.
Major All Stars.
Yeah,
Major Micros would have been great.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, I misunderstood.
I dig it.
I think I dig it. I like the idea of it. I want to have one in my hand. I'll definitely order one. I want to have one in my hand. I want to see the price point of these. I could possibly very much love these, but I'm not 100% sure yet.
Yeah.
So, Rob, you want to start singing again?
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joel Hendry.
Who's going to be in Orlando next week?
NXT
yes, he is.
Superstar.
Joe Henry coming to Major Bendy's. On sale right now at majorbendy's.com. So, strike while the iron's hot. This is one of the biggest things, I don't know, most celebrated names, I guess you'd say, right now in the wrestling business. And they are on it. They are right on it. But, they've kind of had their relationship with Joe Hendry for a while now. How long ago was Edge's bitch?
Last year's live show.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
So, this looks nice. I'm thinking of picking it up. I'm thinking of bringing another one of my bubbles to meet him next week at Dave & Buster's here in Orlando. So,
awesome.
Oh, you going to that? Because I'm off that day. We'll talk later.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so this is the Major All-Stars.
Major All-Stars in person. Or prototype, at least. I don't know.
It just reminds me of something. Like, not a Funko, but it reminds me of something. I don't know what.
Almost like a bobblehead without the bobble.
Kinda.
Yeah,
Because
ish.
it's plastic, right?
Yeah, I
The
hope
body?
so.
Or is it vinyl? I don't know.
No idea.
Yeah.
Should be like a PVC
It looks plastic.
resin.
If anything, could be rubber.
Oh, now we're getting into the.
Vampiro, Legends of Lucha Libre, limited edition, 1 of 1,000. Bloody. I love Vampiro. I wanted to pick this up. That was one of my favorite figures growing up, and I didn't even know who the guy was. I just knew that the figure worked with my WCW figures at that time because they were like that hard, much harder rubber than the LJNs, and they were smaller. And he had a figure come out. He had blue hair. It worked perfectly with those, and he was a top guy, and I didn't even know who the guy was till years later. But huge fan of Vampiro.
Oh yeah. Definitely am gonna pick up. Obviously, this is limited 1 to 1,000. I'm definitely gonna pick up the other one from Boss Fight with the Juggalo Dark Carnival paint and the Wrestling Society X belt.
Ooh, there's one with the Western Society X.
Yeah.
Nice.
His what is it? His Boss Fight figure coming out, right?
Sweet. I didn't know that, and I have that whole series on DVD.
Here we go. This is a must get for me.
I think there's something wrong with the screen. It's not in color. Oh, that's the figure. That's genius.
Yeah.
This is a long time coming for this. I think this might be a little late, but it's not lost its hype, if you know what I mean. I think with her storyline right now, getting to where it is with Mariah May, this is striking while the iron's hot. I'm glad it's a ringside exclusive, right?
Yeah, I love that the title's also in black and white.
That is hilarious. And I'm glad it's a ringside exclusive. Because I think that would be a big peg warmer.
Yeah.
And I mean, too, like, yeah, she might be leaving that gimmick. It might be winding down soon. I really hope not. But, you know, like her, that gimmick is timeless. So putting it, putting it in this figure form, just all in black and white, including a black and white title, it's perfect. Don't know if I'd ever take it out of the box. Probably not. But yeah, it looks great. And we have AEW Unrivaled Collection Series 18 featuring Samoa Joe, Penta El M, Mark Briscoe, Mariah May, the Scapegoat Jack Perry, and Kazuchika Okada.
Yeah. Okada's getting the AEW figure.
I have reasons why I'll be picking up this Jack Perry. It's not because I like the guy. It's because I got a collection of someone else. That,
oh God!
Yeah, cry me a river.
I was like, you have a Luke Perry collection?
No, it's CM Punk.
Oh. Luke Perry collection is way cooler.
I am missing one figure, and then I'll have every main available AEW Punk. So it'd be nice to throw in a Scapegoat.
Hey, Okada had a New Japan figure, right?
Yeah, Super
7. Okay, so this will be his second figure.
Yep, his first AEW figure, the Rainmaker.
I want Ibushi, damn it.
Soon, or possibly joined by the Shane Maker.
Oh, God.
All right, Unmatched Series 12. Kenny Omega,
wild.
John Moxley, Roddy Strong, Mercedes Moné, Juice Robinson, and possibly Luminaries, Nature Boy Ric Flair. Seen here in basically what he has on for his Ultimate figure.
I wonder
That's
if
wild.
that image is like public domain, that gear. You know what I mean?
I'm sure NWA, AWA, whatever WA, as long as it wasn't WCW, he wore it.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we are. AEW Supremes. Will Ospreay. This is from his Dynasty match against Bryan Danielson. Like I said before, Will's really grown on me since he signed with AEW. So if I could pick a figure, it's probably going to be that one.
It's wild how we have some that are coming out that are more recent, and then we have some, which we will see, I'm sure, later on, if he pulls it up, that were like from, 4 years ago? Or people who aren't even in the company anymore, but that's okay.
Jeffy's favorite wrestler,
Oh, Jesus.
Mercedes Moné.
Yeah.
I believe this is is this the vault, or is this her?
Put it back in there.
That's what she said. Okay, Shop AEW. I believe this is the vault because it's
Shop AEW exclusive.
Okay, so it's the Shop AEW exclusive. This
There you go.
is pretty much what she wore her first night with the company for Big Business. Yeah, it's interesting. If you got a Sasha figure, I mean, it's fine. If you want to commemorate the moment, I'm not too. I want to know what this hair is going to look like in plastic, past the render.
What I was going to say, CEO in the hair.
Yeah, because it could easily look just plastic with stuff written on it. If they can texture it out to hair, maybe. I'm just not that big of a Mercedes guy. I'm sorry.
No, don't be.
Let's fucking go. Okay.
Here we go.
Jazz Worshipful, Legacy of Sting. We have the black and white Blade Runner-esque Sting, a promo shot WCW Sting, and of course his bomber jacket from last year. I believe it was either Double or Nothing or Full Gear. 3-pack.
I think that's TNA.
The middle one?
The
Or the
bomber
Bible?
jacket says otherwise. Although you could obviously go to Threadheads and get you a Joker Sting shirt, and he's all set.
Yeah.
Nervous. I am curious. I have not been able to find exactly where that Surfer Sting with the silver trim is from. I'm inclined to agree that it is probably in Japan gear.
I would imagine so. Because can't use anything from, WCW, I guess. So trying to sneak around it as best I can.
Which is weird because that promo shot is from WCW. That no shirt on under the jacket is from WCW.
Yeah. So
Let's see.
what else we have? What we need now, if we're going to have the nice look
Better
at the
shot
4
of
packs of the
the major
All-Stars here.
All-Stars. Or is that just major stars?
It's major stars. But back to what I was gonna say real quick. I was gonna say what we need now from Mattel is a warrior Blade Runner
Yep.
to match that steamed. That would be cool.
Oh man. So who was he? Blade Runner Rocco? Blade Runner Rock?
What in Stain?
Warrior.
Yeah, he's Rock.
Yeah, it was Blade Runner Sting and Blade Runner Rock.
Got you.
Yeah, it would be awesome if they actually did a warrior to match. Yeah, the Blade Runners. And here we go, 3-pack, House of Black, with the trios titles. Sick masks. You forget how many tattoos Malachi Black has added to himself, because I believe the only figure I got of him is his Elite.
The Detro hits on that was my job.
Yeah. So,
That's nuts. That's wild.
oh man, just a crazy amount of deco hits with this one.
Yeah, this box set is amazing. Definitely scooping this up.
Yeah. And then did we see that? I know Death Triangle is getting a pack release as well.
Yeah, it's like a triangle.
They had
box.
one. There's
Okay,
that came out already.
it already happened.
Yeah,
right
yeah,
then.
okay.
But this Buddy Matthews, the robe gear, I'm a huge fan of. So I honestly would buy it for that alone.
Yeah. Oh my god, look at that.
Fuck.
It's fucking nuts.
There are certain wrestlers that just make you go, fuck. We got Malachi.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, 3-pack looks sick. Definitely very toyetic trio of terrifying terrorizers. There we go. I was trying to think of another T. Okay, this one.
This one is what I'm talking about. We wanted the golf cart like years ago. Unbelievable.
It's just a box. We're not getting a golf cart.
Yeah, it's not even a real golf cart.
Oh, what the shit! I think it was.
No, it's paper.
Oh, that's even more dumb.
Oh, sorry to disappoint.
And I mean,
Even more
that Matt looks sick if it wasn't for the fact that I already have him in Unrivaled Series 4.
And two, he's not even with the company
Yeah, the
anymore.
same exact figure.
The same exact figure. Sammy looks cool. Kenny, what is up with Kenny? That just
Yeah, this is a miss for me.
Yeah.
you show. I look at that render and I'm like, what do you mean that's Kenny Omega?
Well, he did have that crazy hair, like when he was driving the golf cart. I remember. Like just he had the wind blowing in his hair, and he looked all crazy eyed and shit. But yeah, that proved my point. From like we had the Will Ospreay from the Dynasty match with Brian, and now we have something that came out 4 years ago. A match that happened 4 years ago during the pandemic. Ridiculous. Here's that thing. This has got to be Japan.
The
would
man
imagine.
called Sting.
That looks great. Shit, I might have to do that for my wife.
Now, if we can pull that back up, my first thought was that this screaming face was the same makeup, but then yeah, it's two different makeup designs. I just thought for some reason in like quick glance, I was like, oh, it's a faded makeup, like a post match
Yeah,
faded
yeah.
makeup, but it is not to be.
Interesting. Oh, there's a black one.
And here we have the Luminaries, one of 3,000 Blade Runner Sting.
So we did 2 Blade Runners?
No, so the yellow, so the black and the
No.
3-pack is like a Japan just man called Sting,
Oh.
and then we get a Blade Runner rare. And here we have Will Ospreay Unmatched Series 11.
Wow.
I assume soft goods something. This kind of looks very plain. I'll still probably get it, but
Look, Andy Garcia.
It's like Daddy Garcia.
Sky blue.
Oh,
Yep.
yes.
Nice.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Good to know that we're following the route from Tay Conti figure, Tay Mello, whatever we're calling. And it's accurate. That's what I'll say. It's accurate.
Well, hopefully the face looks good when you get her a hand, because it seems like they have a problem with female faces over there at Jazzwares.
I agree. Speedy recovery to Sky Blue. Had to have ankle injury happen. Sucks. So get well soon. Okay. The Switchblade, Jay White.
Nice.
What is this? His like third or fourth figure?
Third, second. I think it's his second. Or the third figure I've seen, at least.
Depends which one comes out first. It might be his first.
It's a race. It's a race at this point. Find out. It comes.
The chase comes with a standee of himself. I don't know.
Cool.
So, I like it.
I feel all things should come with that.
For the record, Josh, how familiar are you with the standee?
Not really.
So
that's a
there was a
legit
time
thing.
where Jay got injured. So while he was off TV, Juice Robinson carried a cardboard cutout of Jay White.
Yeah.
Well, it should come with juice then.
No, they brought that up in Major Pot, and I kind of agree. That would mean that Jay gets a cut of Juice Robinson's figures because it's his likeness in the figure.
Yeah.
So
good point.
Probably just easier logistically to just keep them all together.
That made sense. Yeah.
And we haven't seen a render of the Juice figure, so maybe he comes with his cardboard cutout, which Jay carried around when Juice got injured.
Yeah, that's funny. I didn't know about that one.
Here we have Brian Danielson from the gang of the C2, the Continental Classic, if you will.
If you
will. Darby, I believe this is like a big pink fur coat that he's just got like crud on.
He's been wearing it lately.
Yeah, this is a
figure number 405, but he is a toyetic man.
He is a super toyetic guy.
How does this not come with a skateboard? I feel like every Darby should come with a skateboard.
You would think, but I just saw at Walmart there was one where he had a short, like tan coat, no skateboard.
Oh, flamethrower at this point.
Although weirdly enough, the portrait they used on the box for that had him with the TNT title, no belt with the figure.
Yeah.
One big missed opportunity is Jazzwares could have done a cross collaboration with Tech Deck just for Darby figures.
I'm saying that was the first thing I said when I got my first Darby. Was I think I lost the board for the first figure, and I was like, "Where's my Tech Deck at?"
Dude,
there we go.
Tech Deck right here.
Hell yeah!
Man.
Think of the display. Think of the diorama you can set up with a Darby Allin and just a bunch of Tech Decks behind him, like it's his own personal skate shop.
Yeah, welcome to the shop.
So, I believe we're just kind of moving right along. Uh,
So let's move on from figures. What are you guys' thoughts on SummerSlam coming up here this weekend?
I'm
forward to
ready for. I'm ready for Rhea to end up with Liv somehow. I think they're gonna push out Dom and be like, I think we're best for each other. We don't need this guy. But I know a lot of
Hey,
a
I'm
lot
all
of
for
people.
that.
I'm cool with that, but I think a lot of people are right in saying that Dom's gonna turn on Rhea and end up with Liv.
oh,
And
yeah.
maybe I'm clairvoyant. I had a dream about that exact situation last night.
Which one?
Alejandro.
Ray and Liv?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah, they're very much pushing for Rhea and Damian to basically be the face, the faces coming out of Judgment Day. I really liked what they did on Monday with Priest coming up to Rhea and be like, "Hey, why do we have a problem with Sami Zayn?
Yeah.
Why?" And she's like, "I don't know. That they're doing. I don't know." But I can't see. Here's the thing, though. That swerve with Dom, I don't know if you're a dude going in that swerve. I don't know if you let her set fire to the PS5.
Oh man, so the whole Carlito thing with the PS5 was my favorite.
Yeah.
Like the PS5. What about
The dude just hanging out because he's friends with a guy.
it's like your friend from school coming over and saying, "What? Your mom's not gonna make pizza pockets today?" It's like, bro, you're not even supposed to be here. You don't live here. And that's how I felt like Carlito was. He was like, "Oh, the PS5's broken." Like, what have you done?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the fact that JD earned his way into Judgment Day. Like he hung out with them, but he still like helped them out and stuff and earned his stripes. Carlito's just chilling. Carlito's just like, I'll watch the PlayStation.
Yeah. Is LA Knight winning? What do you think?
Oh,
Is there no tag matches on this?
No,
Nope.
the tag division doesn't exist anymore.
What the shit?
no,
Give
the
someone
tag.
in Cleveland. It's gotta be Gargano. Come on. They gotta be fighting someone. Well, wait, it's not Friday yet. Maybe they'll add a match.
Well, I mean, it could be on the pre-show.
That's bullshit. Not in Cleveland. It's his home damn town.
Oh, what about Miz? Miz doesn't have a match.
Well, he's the host.
Fair enough.
But come on, man. This is ridiculous.
Well, the Bloodline
me.
does have.
Again.
Huh?
What's that? Josh?
Give me one.
You
You're fresh off Mrs. biography that everybody loved, and now you're making him a host again. Come on.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, we do have a tag team title match set up for this upcoming SmackDown, I believe. The Bloodline versus DIY.
Oh God.
And it's Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu.
Oh no.
Um,
Just one. Come on.
I could see them winning though. And,
Damn it.
but I don't think Cody's losing to Solo.
I think he is.
No.
I don't see it, man.
I think Roman comes back Sunday and costs him.
I think Roman comes back at the Rumble.
Not that. There's gonna be no. They gotta have a whole thing with them and Bloodline Civil War, like Survivor Series War Games or some shit, or Bad Blood even in a Hell in a Cell. They gotta do something like that. Come on.
The Survivor Series. Well, what's Survivor Series going to be? The Bloodline Civil War and War Games, and then we get we got Rock Roman at Netflix Mania.
Well, and then this too. How close is Jimmy to coming back? Because he was injured. That's partially why That's like one of 5 reasons why he got kicked out of the bloodline. It's because he was dealing with an injury. How close is he to coming back? That's the thing. But I definitely see, especially because Cody said on SmackDown, you guys took out Owens, you took out Orton. I'm facing the bloodline alone. They made a point for him to say, I'm facing them alone. So Roman's coming back at SummerSlam. Or at the very least, that wise man shot of Paul Heyman just standing at the entranceway, just staring at Solo. It's going to be perfect.
Yeah.
He's going to pick that cell phone up and go, call Roman Reigns, and he'll be in the fucking ring.
I think we are going to see an image of Solo holding the belt. You know, holding it over Cody's head or something. He's going to hold the belt physically. I don't know if Roman's coming back and how. I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited. I'm actually not. I won't be. What's that?
Can you imagine if Solo loses because of Roman and then demands a rematch inside Hell in a Cell at Bad Blood? And then you can have a scenario where it's Roman trying to bust through a cell to get to Solo.
Listen, Solo sucks. He hasn't even earned. He doesn't even deserve to be in the title match, let alone win it.
Yeah,
he's
damn it.
so bland. He's the worst part of the bloodline, and I'm just come on, dude. You cannot put the strap on that guy.
No,
look,
right.
Josh. You watched The Mandalorian, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so Solo is both the Book of Boba Fett and Bib Fortuna. He's that moment at Jabba's
100%.
palace where he gets axed, where he thinks he's the top dog and tough shit until a bigger dog comes in and takes his spot. And he is also the Book of Boba Fett, which was a huge disappointment.
I'm just saying that's how Cody looks. If that's the guy that takes him out, you're no longer a credible champion in my book.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Drew beats Punk.
Oh yeah, 100%.
With
100%.
Seth shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the wife would be happy.
My guess is Punk gets hurt again.
Stop it!
Stop it.
Damn it.
Just for your
if I
voice.
had, what would be interesting is if, because Seth said disqualifications, that would be my decision. If like Drew wails on Punk and Seth doesn't call it, but then when Punk swings a chair at Drew and Seth disqualifies him, that'll be chef's kiss, because he said, my job is to make sure you don't get what you want because you cost me the title.
Man. It'll be something.
Yeah. Let's see. Bailey and Nia Jax, who we got?
Hopefully Bailey in this situation.
I agree, but there's also it's one of those, if Bailey wins, Gunther's winning. If Damian wins, Nia's winning.
Why?
Because they both won the King and Queen of the Ring.
Huh?
They're King and Queen of the Ring. And with Nia, you have this alliance with Tiffany Stratton. And she just promised Tiffy time with a big pink briefcase. Or at least we all think it's going to be pink. But she promised a new briefcase. I don't think you design a personal briefcase and then use it up in the same week.
I was going to mention, I think Tiffany is going to cost Nia that match.
Yeah.
For sure.
Something might happen with that,
Yeah. But I think Bailey might just win by like the skin of her teeth. And that way it's not a super like, you backstabbing bitch, you betrayed me, and more of a frustrating, she got the better of the two heels. I swear to God, if Braun Breaker does not become Intercontinental Champion, can we get it right this time, people? Can we get it right?
I like Sammy as champ.
I look, you won the main event at WrestleMania with your best friend. It's like, dude, please. Like, it's not believable. It's Braun Breaker.
I guess.
I mean, two reasons why I want Braun to beat Sammy. One, the promo that he put out on digital, where he said the marquee may say Braun Breaker, but I'm gonna whip your ass like a Steiner, had me sold.
Wow.
That, and if my prediction of Gunther winning becomes true, then Sammy can move up and say, you know, the last time you held a belt, Gunther, I took it from you.
Oh, you sold me. Let Braun have it.
And so Bash at Berlin can be Sami Zayn and Gunther.
I'm for that.
And Braun can face Dragunov.
Book it, pal.
And I think Logan might retain. I don't want him to.
God, no. LA Knight better beat his ass. I am tired. I am done with Logan Paul. I don't care. Shit.
My
Prime
Toyota
sucks. I never had it, but I never want to touch it. It just I can't stand the Paul brothers.
My Toyetic friend Jeffy, while I agree personally of your feelings with the Paul brothers, Logan Paul's a character is a great heel, and he's the only person in this card wrestling that night from Cleveland.
Damn it! What? Not all hometown people can win. Come on.
Yeah, but in the Triple H era, that raises his.
That didn't happen in Scotland. Shit.
1 of 3 won. Now it's a 1 of 1.
Yeah, it should have been all of them. One of them. Whatever. Damn it.
And then, I mean, of course, unfortunately, not on the SummerSlam card, but the Raw after SummerSlam, the Wyatt Sick6 will take on Gable and the Creed brothers.
Oh, and about after SummerSlam?
Yeah, because in the Triple H era, what we're doing is...
Speaking of Wyatt Sick6,
yeah.
Can we talk about Dexter's look? I'm like, that's Dexter? No.
I love it. The Fiend and Kevin Sullivan had a child. That's Dexter the Buzzard.
Holy shit. Like Rob Zombie looking motherfucker.
The only thing missing from his promo on Monday is I wish he would have talked about losing his way.
Yeah.
Because Indy, Candace, and Johnny are all on SmackDown.
Man, we came from a long way when Dexter and Indy were doing it.
Right?
This motherfucker.
It's wild.
So
man.
I mean, I've seen him, you know, with his prior gimmick as Sam Shaw with long hair before, but nothing like this. Not that stringy and like very dreadlocky, and it's wild.
Yeah.
So.
And I mean, with their attack on the Creed brothers on Monday, he definitely moves different too, especially after he hit that choke slam.
Yeah. Yeah.
Old Dexter would have just stared and been like very menacing and just stoic, just like in a trance.
Right.
He's like throwing his head banging, just a wild man, and I love it. He's definitely more Joe Gacy than Dexter Loomis now. And so bouncing out.
Yeah.
Joe Gacy's that guy from The Dark Knight that Joker put the cell phone in. He's like, he's gonna make the lights light up like Christmas.
Wait, isn't there a Joe Gacy in the Wyatt Sick6?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Joe Gacy is that. If I could pick, he is that dude from The Dark Knight that Joker surgically puts
I see what you're saying. I
I
thought you were saying Joe Gacy was the guy in the dark. I got you.
Yeah, no. Just the mentality.
I'm that confused. As I do. So, yeah.
So glorious. I love these guys. I cannot wait for these figures when we get them.
Yeah. So,
I mean, it's also
really cool, big pack of figures.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fucking beast of a pack. Yeah, and what was I gonna say? Figure wise, talking. I like how they're not shying away that these are Dexter Loomis, Joe Gacy, Rowan, Bo Dallas.
yeah.
It also explains why no one's tried calling the cops on these guys attacking people, with Adam Pearce telling Gable, they're under contract. What do you want me to do?
I love when they blur those lines because it does, like, you ask yourself that question, and it's good
Right.
because it's like one of those things. Like, I know for me, I hate the chant "fight forever" because I'm like, these guys have families to go to. And
Right.
I don't
Like,
physically think.
why
they
would you want me
can
to fight forever?
Yeah, or like wrestling. This is wrestling. Well, obviously, and I'm glad that they're not insulting our intelligence, as that the man who shall not be named used to say. We're not here to insult your intelligence. And
Yeah.
that they aren't doing, which is good.
What? Yeah, I mean, from the very beginning when, it kind of insulted your intelligence just slightly with those first couple promos of Bo, and then he was becoming Howdy, and then I was like, oh, so now he's just Uncle Howdy all the time. But then when Adam Pearce opens the door and he's just sitting there, like, oh hey, yeah, I'm ready to come back to work. Hey,
That's great.
I'm perfectly fine now. Everything's fine, Adam.
So,
just Bo leave.
Enjoy Hendry. No.
And just that constant, like, when they beat up Bo Dallas and he just screamed at Gable, there you are. Like, It's like he's bringing out the real person.
Yeah, like I said, I'm excited that they're really leaning in to who they really are, because that really brings a lot of depth into the story. It's like, oh, so what happened to Joe Gacy? Why is he in this group? It's not just a new gimmick. Or it's like, oh, we have to pretend he's someone else. No, he's the same dude. What's going on with him?
Yeah,
it's really cool.
Yeah, exactly. It adds to the intrigue because you're like, okay, well, if I'm to believe he's the same guy that just did a match with Dijak in a cage, then what snapped in him?
Yeah, what's got him all fucked up?
Yeah, because if it's a completely different person, you're like, oh, okay, well, he just came in this group. It doesn't really matter. But if it's a guy like, which Godwin was Midian?
Oh,
Phineas.
Phineas, yeah. You knew Phineas and Dennis Knight. And so when he gets abducted and turned into Midian, it matters more.
Yeah.
When Mabel turns into Viscera in one night, it matters more.
Matters, exactly. Not Sean Stasiak turning into meat.
He went a little crazy-ack.
So that's the second week in a row we get a meat and Stasiak reference. So let's go.
What are we doing?
I still use a tag team called Pretty Mean Sisters in 2K24. It's all who I decide to put into it. Like now, I think it's SDL, Julia Hart, and Ronda Rousey.
They are very mean.
Very mean.
They're very, very mean.
Let's take a look here. In short, piggybacking wrestling results, we've got Dynamite going on at the exact same time. Andor ended a hot bit ago, but Chris Statlander is now the number one contender for the CMLL women's title after beating Willow Nightingale in a title eliminator. MJF.
Hold on a second there.
Yep.
Why do we care about another promotion's title in a different promotion?
Why does Jordan Grace want to challenge for the NXT title while she's already the TNA Knockouts champion?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I agree with you. It's just why?
I get it. Like, yeah, if it was a random person coming after Willow Nightingale for her belt, I get it. But it's Chris Statlander, and she's like, no, I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm gonna take what you care about. That's your belt.
And she wins it, and she's an ECML champion. Cool. On AEW.
Yeah, well,
shouldn't she win an AEW belt? But it's whatever. It's what.
And it looks like we got FTR feuding with the Acclaimed now, so that would be interesting.
Did you say FDR?
Where'd that come from?
What, the Acclaimed and FTR?
Yeah.
It came from Collision, where FTR won their match, and then Max Caster called them out and said, hey, we participated in Blood and Guts because we believe in AEW. How come you guys weren't there next to us?
Okay.
How come you weren't one of the first people to jump up and say, where's AEW? And then FTR apparently is not there. And so the Acclaim called them out again.
Hey, so which belt does MJF have now?
MJF has the
Continental title. No, he has no. He has an international title. I'm sorry. Okada has a Continental title.
The AEW American Championship.
Oh, right. But what was it before the American Championship is what I'm saying.
International.
Yeah.
Isn't that Okada?
Okada's the Continental.
Oh, okay. Before the international, it was that was the one that was what? All Atlantic or All Pacific or whatever the hell it was?
Yeah.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. That title's had so many name changes.
Yeah, the TNA Legends title had more name changes.
I'm ready for them to have an Equator Championship.
Which, I mean, okay, so if we've got the TNT title established as kind of the second tier belt, like the Intercontinental title of this company in terms of status,
what are the other?
Can we make the international title like the television title?
Well, what about the Continental title? What's that?
Because it's from the Continental Classic.
But now it's the American title.
The C2 tournament.
Okay.
So we've got
Okada. Hold on. I don't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Wouldn't that be equivalent to Braun Strowman coming out with that Royal Rumble belt?
It'd be the equivalent of Braun Strowman coming out with the Royal Rumble belt and then defending it. And then the person that beats him for it defending it as well.
That's cool. And so you'd have to have weekly Royal Rumbles to defend that.
But if I had won the championship, what do we call?
It's like that.
You could defend the Continental title in a singles match.
Yes, but it's Continental Classic rules, which is like everyone's banned from ringside.
So a normal wrestling match?
Well, I also think there's like a time limit involved to it,
Oh,
like
okay.
a
There's some
stricter
gimmick
than
to
normal
it.
time limit.
Gotcha. There's a lot of belts, dude. You know what's interesting?
There's too many belts.
Wait, Continental's not a shit. Didn't Will Ospreay and MJF just have like an hour-long match last week though when MJF won the damn title?
Yep, easy dub. Easy dub
So
by
what was
MJF.
It's so useless and outdated now.
What was the
Hey, they're still there.
Like this should be
time
a
limit
big
for that
box.
shit?
Well, that was it though. It was a 1 hour time limit, and he got him right at the 59-minute mark.
Oh, okay. Damn.
This was such a cool photo.
It really was.
This is a cool box. This should have like 5 more titles. The box should be like a Subway footlong length.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Because you'd be including since the CML belt is defended on TV, it should be in this box. In the box.
Same as the IWGP heavyweight.
I was gonna say, yeah.
In the box. Come on, ringside.
Okay, Tommy boy.
Yeah, that's exactly. Thank you for getting that.
It's
Because
not
it says
on
it
the box.
on the box. Yeah.
Because what they're guaranteeing is they're selling you a guaranteed piece of shit.
Yeah, I remember that line, but I can't remember the box line.
Oh, that's good. But yeah, too many belts. Too many belts.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And then the main event tonight was Darby Allin against Hangman Adam Page. Darby wins. And Hangman throws a fit like he's Christian at WrestleMania X8.
Who won Suzuki and Jericho?
Suzuki and Jericho, I believe.
For the
T-
FTW. This
Yeah,
week
that
was
was
for the
last-
title.
It was last week.
This week is for the belt.
I thought it was for the title this week.
I'm looking.
How does that? Okay, Jeffy, how does that make sense to you? Let me fight you 1 week. Let me fight you 1 week to see if I can beat you. I can't beat you. Okay, well, let me fight you again next week, but this time for the belt. What?
I don't know.
That's why we got Shane over there. He's gonna.
I was gonna say, stay with Shane.
Please save us, Shane O'Mac.
Yeah.
Someone said that it would be like a double, not someone. It's Wrestle Talk. They were talking about how it would be the ultimate heel move to do All In Kenny Omega versus Shane McMahon, the best bout machine versus the best wrestler in the world.
Oh God.
Well, I don't think they. I really don't think they.
Hey, after WrestleMania, I don't think Shane should wrestle anymore. To be honest with you.
Well,
Poor
you know
guy,
what the problem was he was trying to attack someone at the same level. See, he has to be elevated and have the high ground like Obi-Wan in order to actually hit the move.
Yeah.
Here comes the money. Here comes the Monet.
Stop.
Damn, dude. just real quick, in 1 year, we got CM Punk back in the WWE, and then now we have Shane talking to Tony Khan. Dude, what a time to be a wrestler. I mean,
It's
wrestling
wild.
fan, rather. What a time to be
I feel like it's a lopsided trade. Punk for Shane.
We got TNA working with NXT. We got New Japan doing that thing.
So what you're saying is there's a chance of Shane becoming CMML champion.
Yes. Absolutely.
That's what I'm hearing. I'm speaking English. I'm hearing English.
Well, let's see. Who's the current CMLL champion?
I don't know. No, not Eco though. Vikingo. What is it? Do they have a championship?
Is it Nemeth or is that AAA?
That's AAA.
Oh.
The current champion is Gran Guerrero.
Who?
Exactly.
Who? You know who I let out a big who on? Hechicero. I was like, who in the Hechicero
He's the guy
are you?
that beat.
I was
He
at my
beat
buddy's house,
Hechicero
yelling at, We're
Oh
just
God.
yelling at the TV. We're like, who? What?
Oh man.
I'm sure these folks are beautiful human beings. I'm sure they're wonderful, wonderful people. However, what are you doing on my TV? I don't have no idea who you are.
Is that the one that MJF beat at Forbidden Door?
Mm-hmm. Like,
Okay.
who? Gran Guerrero?
Who's been champion
clue.
since November of 2022.
Bro, that's a long time.
Any relation to the actual Guerreros?
No.
Probably not.
Who knows? You know, there's a lot of those.
I think he's using the name.
Like the
more
bloodline, but the
than
Mexican blood. Oh God, I shouldn't. Sorry. Like the Mexican bloodline.
You're gonna have the cartels at your door now, Jeffy.
Oh shit. Hold on, I think I heard someone knocking. Hold on.
Formerly known as Ultimate Guerrero Jr. or Ultimo Guerrero Jr., the younger brother of Ultimo Guerrero.
Which translates to Ultimate Warrior. Is that crazy?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Fun fact for you, if you will.
Okay, so get this. So he was originally Ultimo Guerrero Jr. and billed as the son of Ultimo Guerrero. He's actually Ultimo Guerrero's younger brother by 20 years.
Oh
That's
shit.
That's pretty Mexican. I could say that. It's cool.
Yeah, you can say that.
I can say that.
Yeah, for our just audio listeners who might not be watching.
The man's name is Alejandro Contreras.
Yes.
I'm cool.
Good.
Cool.
And for the record, I'm not racist. I love everyone.
Yeah, everyone in this call loves everybody.
Yeah.
Unless your name is Mercedes Monet.
Oh wait.
And then it's 3 off.
No.
Stop. Anyways.
What was I gonna say? It's funny enough, like the whole Rey Mysterio thing. Rey Mysterio Sr. is Rey Mysterio's uncle, not necessarily a junior.
No.
Yep. And there's Rey Mysterio's Sr.'s actual son wrestled, I think still does, as El Hijo de Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio. Oh, that's confusing. It's like, but I am Rey Mysterio. No, but I am. No, you're not. But I am. It's like I have a real more direct lineage. Like, man, that sucks, doesn't it?
It especially sucks because him and Ray, like our Ray, will.
Ray?
Well, I'm trying to think of how to differentiate El Hijo and Junior. Much better ways. Yeah, I know. They will both like go after promoters if like El Hijo gets booked and they use Junior's photo to advertise.
Oh.
Because they both wrestle in similar masks. Because obviously it's a family mask. But yeah.
Years ago, like over 10 years ago, Rey Mysterio Sr. did an indie show here, and I remember the flyers just saying Rey Mysterio and Sr. in the smallest text. Because I was like, oh, well, they're not wrong. It's right there. You just got to look a little hard.
Also, El Hijo spells Mysterio with an I, not a Y.
Oh. What do they advertise for next week for Dynamite?
So far next week, MJF versus Kyle Fletcher.
Cool.
And it looks like my results are not that specific. It's either Chris Jericho or Brian Keith against Shibata.
Yeah. Do we have a Shibata figure yet? Because that's going to be super toyetic. He's a toyetic guy. Very toyetic gear.
Don't believe so.
No.
That towel.
The towel.
The towel.
Yeah. Taz didn't have towel heat.
Yeah, so far there's not a Katsuyori Shibata figure. I mean, the man had his
Takeshita, though.
brain removed from his skull, and we don't have an action figure for this guy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And let's not get started on people who don't have action figures that should.
Oh yeah, that's a whole nother episode.
It's
That is a whole other episode.
Yeah.
Hi, Colt Cabana.
How you doing?
How you doing? RJ City
Yes,
should have
Yeah.
one.
Michael Baller.
Those don't count. We all know it.
They do. Mark Sterling
don't.
could have one.
They don't count.
Whatever.
Big Bill needs a figure.
It's called
He's had tons.
Cats. Cats.
No. Not as this guy. Not as this diesel light wrestler.
Diesel light. Lead fuel. Yeah.
Lil Kevin Nash.
So
And hell, while we're at it, Tony Khan needs a figure.
I'm actually surprised that hasn't been released.
I'm surprised he hasn't done one either, but I'm good. I don't need that.
I'm putting it out there. Whoever listens to this, possibly. I want the face to be when he announced he bought Ring of Honor. And he just looks coked out of his mind. In that parking lot, right there.
I think if we were to get one, it'd be him at the media scrum table.
I want him just crying, hugging CM Punk. Just.
but then
The face where I'm not taking this shit.
I got a lot more money than they do. I'm
the funny thing was when he said he bought ROH, that remember to put it all back full circle, he's like, Shane's not here. It's just me.
Yeah, it's not Shane, it's just me.
Well, that's not now. Shane is here, possibly.
It's like nobody, none of your audience members were thinking Shane McMahon was going to show up and announce that you bought Ring of Honor.
That's crazy.
So,
Perfect full circle.
yeah.
Yes. Well, I've got nothing else I can.
Sound of music.
No, that's where
A sound of silence.
Alejandro, thank you once again for joining us. Is there
Yeah.
anywhere that you would like to have our people visit of your liking?
Come see me at my social media pages, California _ on Instagram or Vacant Vision Prod on Instagram.
Yep.
Yeah, don't forget to check out all Hey Buddy on all platforms and check out Jeffy's World, the monthly vlog, where you can
Jeff's
check out
live. But yeah,
Jeffy's live.
if you need your tapes, VHSs converted, Alejandro's your guy.
Hit me up. I take care of your stuff.
Saw his new video that he posted on Instagram lately. So
Thank you. Yeah,
That's awesome.
Well, thanks guys for having me on. Always a pleasure. I am about to hit checkout on a Domino's pizza order and enjoy the rest of my day. Thank you guys for having me on.
Alrighty.
Yep. Peace.
See you guys.
See you, bud.
Well, thank you once again, Alejandro, for joining us. Quick other mention, August 28th, 3 p.m. Eastern, we are doing the Power Chamber live stream, which I am redubbing Hope for the World, in contrast from last year's No One Fights Alone. So Hope for the World 2024, hoping to raise $150 to write Love on Our Arms to help those struggling with mental illness, give them a little bit of assistance. using this organization. So 3 p.m. Eastern on the Power Chamber YouTube channel. And I don't know, maybe we might find a way to simulcast on both. We shall see about that. But until then, Jeffy, take us out.
Thanks for watching the Wrestling Buddies podcast. And remember, we're not the wrestling business, we're the wrestling friendship.
They pass you on the